Hello. This is a bit flimsy. Welcome to this video. I thought I'd come on and do a video. I'm watching Nuke in a minute, about to chill out. And, I had an interesting day. So I went down. I had a good day, in fact. I went down to my mum's. She's still not right with her chest, but she's a lot better, for every concerned. But she's still sleeping a lot, but the body repairs itself. When you sleep and you recover better at home. As studies have shown. I mean, I could just told them that, but people need to do studies as well, I guess. Right, I watched. My brother put 3 films on, and they were all very interesting. Particularly the last one, which was this bloke was going out with this girl, and she was a bit. It's a character, paranoid schizophrenic, very modern type girl, disorientated. What I mean by that is getting into the system, into the cults. Well, it all fits in really into the cults where they're being programmed by the system. Getting everybody in that state of consciousness, interfering, anxiety, depression. And anyway, the relationship ended, and he didn't know why. And he went to see this doctor, men in white coats, and anyway, it went on, and he says, "Well, we can erase your memories. So when you wake up in your bed, you'll not remember any of this and all that." So, cut long story short, if you went in this room, and there were these people wired up to this machine, and that's where we ended up and working on the computer, and this way it fits in. The cult do and can, and even more so, I dare say where we're going, erase memories. Possibly. Could 5G do it? Possibly. That's going a bit deep. You can certainly stop you thinking straight. I mean, is it possible to erase memories? Well, dementia and Alzheimer's does that, doesn't it? I mean, it can't erase it from being consciousness, that's infinite. But from the body mind, because it's just waveform information, it's electricity. And we're living in a simulation anyway, so if we give the power to it, we can do it like, can't it? And we're going click enter. And it was a bit weird, psychedelic in a weird way. And it was showing, as it was going along, people with no faces. I'm not sure how that works in thingy, but they can create false memories, erase memories in because all the stuff that I come across, me and David Aikins work and other people, is we see in films. So it was very, very interesting. But it began to fight the procedure, and the film kind of went full circle. That's the way it starts. So about 15 minutes into the opening credits, it was one of them. Not kind of opening credits, though, they? But the class is opening credits. I mean, I just get them out of the way, but everybody has a different way of doing it. And very interesting because you come across this sort of stuff. Where they can and do, and going to even more so if we get the power to the system as we go along. If we acquiesce and cooperate, which we need to not acquiesce and cooperate, obviously, they will be doing this stuff to people. Why? Because it's psychopaths, they don't care. The middle film I saw was one with Adam Sandler, the guy who played Happy Gilmore. I think he was in that tennis thing, was it like an anger management? It might be anger management. In itself. I'm not really a film, but my other brother is, Bradley. He's one that put him on, which I just put him on the floor, it was good. And it was about the diamonds and gems. And it's very interesting about people saying, "Oh, you can see into infinite dimension." Well, yeah, I do believe that's everything's consciousness, and it's a holographic reality. This is just a smaller version of the old hologram. When you take different parts of the hologram, fire the laser, don't cut the hologram in half. It's a small version of the whole, so it does contain all that information. Maybe future, but definitely past, present, not future, but it's definitely all there. It was a very violent film, very, you know, thuggery. His character got killed in it at the end, so it was. I don't know. Or the one before was called Internal Mind of the Spotless, Eternal Light, something like the Spotless Mind. But yeah, I don't know if you remember names of films. Well, not these days. But yeah, it was very interesting. Great doing money in New York, gangs, and very violent. And it were a mixture of black and white, and the N word was used more than I've ever really used. It just, I know it means, yeah, because it does mean black slave, but you know, I choose not to be offended. I watched the film as a marvel, because you know I don't agree with in words. Oh, this group can use a word and this group can't. It's division. Either we all agree is we might not use that word, or we all do. Well, you know, it's in context. People have been downright racist. I need dealing with. If it's even just banter or people just use it in the correct context, that's different. But I thought I'd just put that out there because people will pick up on it. But yeah, very like yeah, London gangs. It was very people, you know. Someone was trying to get, you know, not being honest about these gangs, and lying to them, and they got very angry. And right at the end, ended up getting the money from to keep them quiet, which you don't keep psychopaths quiet. They demand more, and he placed a bet on it with this. He was married with kids, but you know, films like, you know, his bird he worked with, pretty pretty, and taking very weird. Don't need too much away of it, taking the money in. And then see with the basketball was a big tall black basketball player, huge guy. Basketball, I'm not good at basketball. I'm too small. You have to dunk it. I'm just like I'm shooting up at the target, so to speak. But yeah, the bet comes through, but because he kept getting beat up with this gang, he sort of locked him in his shop in between one door and you know get another door, and the door you open to buzz it, and after they shot his character dead, which is not what I'd have done, but it doesn't shock you, and it just proves that you know what you fight you become. You know, that state of consciousness and trying too hard, which a lot of people do, but the key is, yeah, if you do get involved with a psychopath, don't be intimidated if they take you out of it. Not that you should, you know, be dishonest, but my advice is, don't get involved with that state of consciousness. We need to move away from it, because that's low dense frequency. That's Batico, that's people being with eco. I know it's only characters, but if you look at the eyes, even in real life, people are, they say the eyes are the windows of the soul. And they were classic, they look like what built like brick shit houses and big thugs. But yeah. And the first film was Jewish, which after it looked 17 Frankish, which is the invasion. David Icke's done fantastic work exposing it in the book The Trigger. And in the answer as well, and probably in the new book, but definitely also The Trigger, that's what it's about. And 9/11, and that's not what that's about. It's about Oh, that's describe it really. A teacher, and I can't really describe it because he went home to his wife, and then she says, "Oh, she think about leaving." It would, she wanted to go out with somebody else, and then there'd been a car crash, and don't think you saw him in it, but it turns out that he was in it, and that character got killed, and then But in between that, the guy was seeing all these different people, rabbis and lawyers, and God knows what else. And a Chinese student get the grades he wanted, and he's trying to bribe the teacher and inverting it, saying, "Oh, you're basically trying to get him in trouble for it." But yeah, had trouble with his neighbour who mowing his lawn, mow him outside. And the moral of the story is that guy was the teacher was trying to hard. And I think the moral of the story is fill up your horns with the flow. But where am I going? This is it's mainly the last one that I saw was it blew my mind into talking about memories and raising memories. And I'm thinking, I've come across this word. So that's really why I come on, but I just thought I'd mention the other two as well. But if people haven't researched it in real life, have a look at stuff they did. It was the movie was like MK Ultra stuff. It really was. And I'm watching it, my bloody jaw was dropping. So that is what they want to do, and they ought to do it, but even more so. Going forward, they can just erase people's memories, create all the technology they've got, and create new memories and mess about. Because another thing as well, one of the doctors, or one of the ones who were supposed to be helping the guy doing it, because there was different people involved, ended up nicking this guy's stuff and creating memories and going out with his bird. Very, very weird stuff. Very satanic on one level. But yeah, definitely, they're all worth a watch. But yeah, see, the things about films, I don't know much of to do with work. They all kind of connected to the last one. I don't really put them on, but when my brother puts them on and people put them on, I enjoy them, and that's that's what it should be. And we watched 3 in a row, and yeah, had a good day. I had just a debate with before about I don't know how you talk about about sugar and which is bad like sugar. Sugar should last longer than it does. And it's a kilo, and it's a pound of sugar, and Bradley's going. So what knows behind me because it's the metric system. It makes more sense. It's less numbers. I went less numbers. I find it doesn't like any different opinion of it. I might come across, but we're talking through a wall, so I did come across a bit loud. No, that was security and crap. No, we're alright. So take cricket for example. When the ball's 140 kilometres an hour. I know when it's 85 miles, I know what the ball was doing. It's less numbers. It's 3 and the other one's 2. And he went upstairs, muttered some. I don't know. He does that. He runs off upstairs. Whenever he's even Richardson, so like, what? There is no right or wrong answer. It's just an illusion. Is that all them films point up to the last one? It's all an illusion. It's just what you understand. Some people prefer metrics, and that makes sense to them. It does. I prefer imperial. Does it matter? No. It's a different way of doing it. Same outcome, and I can guarantee there's less numbers on imperial. When you get a ball at 85 mile an hour, 744, there's definitely 2 numbers there and 3 on the other one. But, I respect his view. Does he respect mine? Yeah, I'll say he does. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, even though he ran off upstairs, like he always does. Quite funny, actually, everybody's challenged with anything. It's quite funny. You have a different view, he'll just mutter something. I just run off upstairs. And I'm like, it used to bother me, and I've got older, it's just like, you get more phlegmatic, and you don't study shit. It's quite funny. You see the funny side. As David asked in a video cast, I mentioned laughter. We need to laughter. Yeah, laughter. So, where am I going with this is this. It's all an illusion. There actually is no time. There is no space. It's all an illusion. As near-death experiences points out, when they see past, present, and future all in the same moment, it's only when we come into this reality in the lower astral plane, we call simply demons, that time actually becomes a thing. What we call physical, but lower dense frequency. Because the fallen man is not falling down a tree and going, oh, I fell. No, not that type of fall. It's fall down into these frequencies. That's what Adam and Eve is symbolically. With the snake, the reptilians falling down into these frequencies. There's still prime reality, which is more ethereal. Prime Earth is higher consciousness, or still possibility, dazzling darkness, but it's manifest. That is the source consciousness, but in the Earth, there's a prime Earth that's still there, and people still, but we've come into this reality. This is the illusion. But I don't think there's no time in such there. It's people just describe all these realities as going through these lights, and there is no shadows. It's just bright light, but it's not. It's not a fierce light, even though it's a bright light, and there's more vibrant colours. In prime reality and other realities, higher frequency, it's a much more gentler light. Which near-death experiences describing the thousands, if not millions now, all very accurate. With Dr. Alexander, who contacted meningitis, died for 7 days. He saw past, present, future, the dazzling darkness. He went through reptilians, went through that lower astral plane. He saw, because he's just conscious in there, and he's still reptilian in that reality as well. So, brush passes on. As well as the dazzling darkness, and he kept going between these frequencies, prime Earth, and all this. It's much more ethereal. But because it's a copy, it is a simulation. It is a copy. But now we've got simulation, more layers than simulation, but it is a copy of prime Earth. That's what the Greys as well, the reptilians, the demons, and whatever you want to call them, have done. Or have allowed them to do, but also when they arrived, it was dark in energy, frequency terms. It's black mass shadows as well. Like these shadow people, and they're all connected to consciousness. Anything that's in a lower frequency. Yeah, they might appear as a child and bunny rabbit, but that can be deceiving. Because we do have to, but the spirit world can help us. It's more gentle ways, loved ones that obviously, but we have to remember what we're being controlled by as well. And he's going to let me feel 2000 Space Odyssey. I should see it in one of these lights. And he saw himself on a deathbed type thing. He's seeing everything all in one go. When you pass away, you see. I think some say you see a replay of past life, possibly. You definitely see a replay of this life. What you've done. It like a videotape, like an old iron, a DVD even. Capture me now. I told him when you get older, you get more phlegmatic. Jesus Christ. But yeah. And then I would just says, well, keep it simple. Well, I don't do it, just describe it in simple terms. We have to know what the nature of reality is being controlled by. That's the entire scan, the nature of reality, which all been about, what it's all about. So, yeah, I'm going to wrap it up there. I thought I'd come on and do a video. Not very good at describing films. But I don't want to give too much away. I probably already have. With the second one, I'll probably have. But I just thought I'd share my experience. Yeah, the last one, something eternal light, the spotless mind, something like that. There's people having work done in the building. There's drilling over there. I don't know if the neighbours are out there. I don't know. I got on with the neighbour above, Steve, because he replaced the old guy who passed on. We can soon never get on. No, Terry, I do wish you all the best in that spirit, all my friend. I generally do mean that, by the way. Just because we didn't see eye to eye. You know. Apparently we're former policemen, which, authority, since we didn't get on. But I would do wish Terry all the best in the next life, I really do. Yeah, back to his natural state, because still in the flat, that's been banging, by the way. I can do, but I mean, you'll see his lashes, the camera. I mean, might just be having work done. I don't know, because I've heard radio playing, it's the same people decorating. I'm not sure it works, because the council don't really do that. Because they do take stuff out. But it worked out to, well, I don't know if he did the decorating, but I think what a bold guy. I mean, dad, I don't know. I don't know what's going on actually. Just wish him all the best. How am I? I'm okay. I ain't got an hangover, but I'm a bit tired. So I had a couple hours sitting up. Got the DVD player working fine. I bought it full and stuff. Went to bed right afternoon. It was like pain. It's probably trapped emotion. I need Dr. Bradley Nelson. I was trying to explain that to really, but trying it in gentle terms. About our disease, disarming his trapped emotion and how he releases it. And it just seems so simplistic. This woman then had got an appendix. He said her over it because she don't know until she cuts out. He told her to go and get some type of, not that it's both pharmaceutical drugs, but this type of drug she got it appendix off. But a lot of it cured her appendix, believe it or not. It just shows you that if we can get that, do we need to actually need an operation? I think if we get the information codes and know what to do, no matter how bad, maybe we don't. Possibly. Even Dr. Clive calls we're not meant to cut out of his body, so my mum had a bit of lung cough and now she just keeps getting respiratory problems. So, we come into these bodies and we have these bits for a reason and we leave again. These bits. But I am going now, so I'm gonna chill out and watch snooker. But I thought come on and do a video. Alright. See you later everybody. Take care. Bye. Oh.